In this video, I'm going to show you how I repaired the dash on my 2011 Chevrolet Avalanche, and it should be the same for a 2007 to 2013 Chevrolet Avalanche or Silverado that has a cracked dash or has some holes in it. So here I'm unboxing the cover that I got, and I got it from DashSkins, and I'll put a link in the description below. And when I first started pricing these, they were like $350, $400. Then last year they dropped down to about $130. Now they're about $145. So pretty good deal to fix a dash that if you took it to a dealer would cost you $1,000 or more, and they would take the dash off. Not an easy way to fix these. I tried it. None of the fixes that I tried worked. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to clean the dash, the existing dash, with alcohol to remove any oil or grease or anything else, dust. I used a microfiber cloth with alcohol to clean the dash thoroughly. You especially want to take care to clean in the areas where you have cracks and holes, because you'll be placing a lot of silicone and tape in those areas to help hold the existing dash together. And this will help reduce the potential for noises after you put the skin on. Anything that you have on the dash you want to remove, or at least tape out of place so that you can get the new dash skin on. This was a antenna for the radio that I have in there that has GPS attached to it. Once you have the dash cleaned really well, then you're going to take some of the silicone, you're going to apply it around the cracks that you have. Any small cracks you're going to, at least I tried to fill in as much as possible, like that one there near the airbag. You see there what I did. Doesn't look pretty, but hopefully we'll get the job done. The bigger hole there, we're going to take and put some Gorilla tape across that to kind of fill that in, and then we're going to put more of the silicone in that area. So any cracks that you have, you're going to put silicone on both sides so that you get a good bond with the dash skin. And then any holes that you have, take some Gorilla tape or duct tape and put across that to kind of fill that in, give it an extra support. And then you're going to put silicone on top of that as well. So this crack was a pretty big crack, and I decided to put some Gorilla tape across it just to give it a little extra support in case it decided to crack more afterwards, even though I had a pretty good amount of silicone on it. I did a dry fit before, but I wanted to just double check with the tape that I put on and kind of adjusting the cracks there that things were still going to fit. One of the things I didn't do here was lower the steering wheel, which you might want to do. Makes it a little easier to get the skin on there. And you can see that I got some of the silicone on the skin, which is okay because you have to add silicone to it as well. The instructions are pretty clear on what to do. You put some globs of silicone at certain places, and then you run a bead along other places. I tend to go a little overboard with this because I like to make sure I have a good seal and attachment. My kit came with 2 tubes of the silicone, and I can't remember whether I ordered an extra one or whether it came with it, but 2 tubes were plenty for the amount of cracks and holes that I had there. Now it's time to place the dash skin, and you can see that I did remember to lower the steering wheel this time. You have silicone on the back of this, so it's good to take precautions when you install it to try to keep the silicone off your steering wheel, which is not what I did. But pretty easy to go on there. Just slip it into place and press it down to make sure it goes in the right areas. And it's a good fit. You want to press down in the areas where you applied the silicone on the back of the dash skin to make sure that it makes contact with the original dash. That will help reduce the potential for squeaks and noises later on, to make sure you get that good seal before that silicone sets up. Once that's done, it's just a matter of cleaning it up, any of the silicone that might have squeezed out there. One of the things I forgot to mention earlier is when I was installing this, it was one of the hot, humid days, so I was sweating as I was installing this. Didn't have the truck on or anything with the air conditioner going. And so anytime that you touch the original dash after you've cleaned it, make sure that you clean it again to get any grease or oil from your hands off the original dash so that you get a good adhesion with the dash skin. This whole process here took about an hour to do, and now I'm pushing the foam wedges that they send with the kit in at the windshield. Next thing is to add some weights to the top of it, and here I'm using 5 quarts of oil, as well as some electrical wire, anything that's heavy. Kind of spread it out to make sure that you get uniform coverage on that. I also taped the edges down to make sure that they made good contact. One of the things that I noticed I forgot to take off, other than the oil, were the foam wedges, so I had to take those off. I did a quick job of cleaning it there, but not the way it should have been cleaned. I did that later. But you can see the finished product there. It looks much nicer than the original.
Okay, let's take it for a drive, see if we've got any rattles.
If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Click the bell and you'll be notified every time we release something.
Was a good bump. No rattle. Two more good bumps, no rattles.
Just so you know, if you're listening to the sound of the engine here, this is double speed and I don't run my truck that hard. Nice Chevy pickup. Did hear a little bit there, but not as bad as it was before. So all in all, good job.